Never.
And even though we have come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I know that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never be able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Rock Nation, because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, on the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you ruled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal. All of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you cut off. No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
Beyonce and
Jay-Z, you have children. Let us see. You're making other people see them go to jail. You have kids. God is watching.
And they never produced the prints, no fingerprints, not one. Tell me, how does bullets disappear in the LAPD's office? Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God, and you will know who I am.
What it do? It's your boy Jay Reed, J to the Reed. Let's get to it. Let's do it. So Tory Lanez was guilty on all charges, guilty on everything. I didn't see anything like this before. I didn't know Tory Lanez was gonna get guilty, found guilty for this. I never seen it. I didn't see this coming right. I thought they was gonna hit him with reasonable doubt. I thought they had a sufficient amount of evidence to beat this. Oh boy, was I wrong. This was wrong. They didn't. He was guilty as a motherfucker. Guilty as hell. I thought, at least for the most part, okay, they took his side. I thought the lawyers and them, it was confident. Everybody was saying Tory's gonna beat this by a long shot. He got this in the bag. Holy shit, we was wrong. And his lawyer made a statement: "We are shocked by the verdict. There was no sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Peterson. We believe this case was not proven beyond a reasonable doubt. We will explore all options, including this." So that was his lawyer said, including an appeal. So that's what his lawyer said. He tried to get an appeal on that. Yeah, man, it just been hell for him, man. He definitely took that L. I don't agree with this. I felt like they had enough evidence for a reasonable doubt. I thought, they didn't know who shot her, so they gotta let him go. This is definitely an unfortunate situation. This is terrible. His life is destroyed. His child's life is destroyed. His family life is destroyed. His whole lifestyle's about to change. He was out on bail already, but now he was living in his mansion, in his home, at least waiting trial. Now he's in prison. A week ago, he was free, and right before Christmas. So this right here is, man, it's going to put a sour taste in a lot of people, a bitter taste. There's a lot of acrimony his family going through. His father was in outrage about it, blaming Rock Nation. Hey, man, I feel like they should file an appeal. I guess they got it right, Maybe the jury seen something we didn't see, or whatever, But there's a black woman who was shot. Hey, she cried up there. I just feel like basically the state and her team basically just used emotions and feelings. I feel like they had more facts, but hey, man, it's a woman. The friend had immunity. Kelsey had immunity. He had a bit into the stick, man. He took this bullet. He should have took the plea deal looking back at it, but hey, man, this got charged to the game, fam. His freedom is gone. He's in L.A. County prison right now. Oh man, this is the worst way to celebrate the New Year. Worst way to do that right now, fam. Worst way to do that. Worst way to go out like that. Tory Lanez's legal name, Daystar Peterson, is now listed as an inmate in Los Angeles County jail system. He was handcuffed in the courtroom, and the jury verdict was read and led away by deputies. Guilty on all 3 charges by 2020. Megan. Guilty of all charges. Lord. Damn. I thought they was going to get him on the gun charge, but damn, of all 3 charges. Yeah, man, I've already felt like they was blackballing him. I still feel like because he decided not to be signed to a label, this is, the backlash behind it. He didn't have no system or no team behind it. No team behind him, like no major engine, catapulting his career, goddamn pushing him to the forefront. He was independent, getting all his money, owning his masters and all. So I think that's my conspiracy theory on that as well. And just protect black women shit, and all black women are liars, and all black women tell the truth. Women don't lie shit. So I think that had a lot to deal with it as well. After the verdict was read, the verdict came in Friday just before the holiday, where a group of LA jurors found that the Canadian rapper was guilty of all 3 charges against a felony neglect, negligent discharge of fire, assault with a semi-automatic fire, and carrying a loaded gun and a unregistered firearm. After the verdict was read, several members of Tory's family, including his dad and his stepmom, shouted, "The system stands before God," and calling the court system evil. Deputies surrounded his family members and escorted them out of the courtroom. Tory was filmed entering the court before his verdict was read, telling cameras his spirits were high. Tory now faces more than 22 years in prison, which will be determined during the sentencing on January 27th. Sources connected to the case tell us Tory lawyers were in touch with the immigration officials before the guilty verdict, and were told that he had been informed that there's a strong likelihood he will be forced to leave the country. Wow. The conclusion of a wild 2 weeks in court, we saw a handful of witnesses take the stand to recount what they saw happen on that fatal night. Megan herself already testified, squarely pointing the finger at Tory as the shooter. She said she saw Tory with the gun, explaining she remembers him firing at her from his Cadillac Escalade, and claimed he shot a damn bitch, and also testified that Tory offered her $1 million to keep quiet. Made a call out by the defense for several times, including the fact that she initially wasn't forthright about having an intimate relationship with Tory Lanez, and she initially lied to police about how her feet got injured. The defense also tried to target Meg, ex-boyfriend Kelsey, as the shooter, and the reason she might have shot her because the alleged creeping behind her back was guys like Ben Simmons, the Baby, and Tory himself. A revelation apparently sparked a major argument among all 3 of them in the car. What exactly happened in the car was a major source contention at the trial. While Megan had one version of events, Kelsey seemed to have a different story. I'll bet with a very spotty memory on the stand that created a standing goal recounting under oath. What she did definitely testify to go on the stand. She wasn't the one who shot Megan, but she wasn't willing to go as far as say Tory did. So she didn't even say she did or Tory did. She said, "I plead the fifth. I ain't incriminating myself, and I ain't saying he did it." But remember, prosecutors were eventually able to get the green light to play a prior interview she gave the investigator in September, and in that record she said Tory did actually shoot Meg. The other witness took the stand too, but none of them were as consequential as Megan and Kelsey, including that the two were supposedly the 2 women were fighting from his balcony. Ultimately, he wasn't very definite about who he saw fire the gun. The physical evidence in the case wasn't that strong. There was gun residue found on both Kelsey and Tory, and inconclusive DNA evidence on the gun itself. Tory never took the stand and never did his driver that night, Jaquan Smith. Aside from the college witness to the college dinner party, proceeded all this, it really boiled down to the Kelsey and Meg. In the end, the jury already sided the prosecutors, took side on social media and traditional medical too. But now it's unclear if their allegiance will change. So yeah, man, this has been a lot of unfortunate turns of events. There's been a lot of goddamn, evidence in this case has been just all kind of lopsided, all kind of, back and forth. It's been evidence that's not so sided. It's so mercurial with this stuff right here, the jury. I definitely think he'll beat this. Hopefully he beat this and come out of this. There's been a petition signed for this man to get out. You know, hopefully, you know, a situation happens where he can get an early release or parole, or, you know, something happens. You know, hopefully he can get out this situation. But I just don't understand. They still didn't have any concrete evidence. But Megan took the stand and said he shot her. But if we're gonna hold black men to the standards of snitching, are we gonna hold the females snitching? I don't know. That's a question too. We have to ask ourselves this. How much time y'all gonna get? Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Also, man, they were saying they also said this as well, that Tory Lanez Christmas dinner was a 4-ounce roast turkey, 4 ounces of mashed potatoes, 2 ounces of gravy, 1 ounce of cranberry, 4 ounces of green bean salad, dinner roll, pumpkin muffin, and chocolate milk. Wow. So, hey, man. Daystar Peterson is not eating like a king like he once was. He's eating regulars, 3 hots in the cot. You know, he's got to get used to it. He got to get confirmed to prison life. He's going to be there for the next 5 to 10 plus years. He's going to do some hard time. So I know the money going to run out. His family going to have to go back to work. He's probably going to have to be working in the kitchen. Hopefully he know how to fight. Because he's a short guy. And hopefully they don't try him. You know, hopefully you get protective custody or something, because I can't see him on no physical yard, man. They gonna try him. You know, the bandits gonna try to get him. So, oh man, it's a fucked up situation. But a lot of people saying like, oh, man, y'all shouldn't be. Why he eating that right there? Hey man, it's better than nothing. He still got something to be thankful for. So I thank the Lord Jesus for, you know, his life. Hopefully he always still got something to look forward to. He don't got life in prison. Still a possibility he gets out. I still feel like the justice system was injustice on all accounts on this. You know, I just feel like, you know, they sided with women, the feminist movement, the Me Too movement. You know, Beyonce got a song called Girls Run the World, so, you know, she definitely favored in this. I just don't understand that you having sex with this man, and I just feel like, why can't y'all put y'all differences aside? This man is in prison right now. This man's life is gone. His kid is destroyed. His family is destroyed. This man is damn near dead. The worst thing than death is going to prison. Your freedom taken. So, yeah, man, this is a fucked up situation right here. So, you know, a lot of people blaming Rock Nation. I don't know. I think they got something to do with this. I definitely think they pulled, you know, the female card, the sympathy, the tears, the feeling sorry for me. So, yeah, man, man got what she wanted. You know, this motherfucker right here got his consequences, you know. Messing with females, fucking with females who be twerking, shaking their ass, and fucking with their friends can have your ass in prison or dead. But y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video. I'm out.